Hey, how's your results? Are you rocking? How's everything working in your life? How's everything at home? How's everything in your business world? Sell a lot of cars? How are you as a leader? Have you ever asked those questions? Years ago, I was listening to this gentleman by the name of Earl Nightingale. And Earl talked about every day when he gets up, he writes these words down. What can I do to do a better job at what I now do? He does that every morning because when he does that, it forces his mind to think about new creative ideas. And if you are anything like me, you are of the understanding, especially right now in 2020, in the middle of all the garbage we've been through, that new ideas are out there to be grabbed. All you and I have to do is ask better questions. But before we get there, I want to talk to you a little bit about learning and thinking. See, there's 4 levels of learning. One of those levels is what's called unconscious incompetence. And that is, you don't know what you don't know. That's ignorance. And then you graduate to what's called conscious incompetence. And that's exactly what it sounds like. You're consciously aware you don't know anything. That's a scary place. From there, hopefully you get some skills and you study and you practice and you practice phone calls and you practice emails and you really analyze your business a little bit. You really pay attention to the questions you're asking customers on the lot. You're practicing your craft. And from there, you go to a place called conscious competence, where you're consciously okay in this business. You're not a superstar yet, but you're getting pretty good. The problem is many salespeople, when they get to that conscious competence place, they think they're better than they are. And they didn't ask themselves a good question to grow. And then there's that last place, the mastery, the 30, the 40, the 50, the 70 car a month people. They're at a place called unconscious competence. And unconscious competence is exactly what it sounds like. It's mastery based on them just knowing what to do day in, day out, day in, day out. But even masters have to look at their business on a daily basis and ask the question, what's a better way to do what I now do? Because when asking that question, even in mastery, it forces masters to go back and look at, what am I doing? What do I need to break? How do I get out of my comfort zone to grow? And if you've been in sports or you've had any success at all, you know many times you have to change your swing to get to that next level. And if you're stuck in unconscious competence or mastery without learning new techniques or even practicing old techniques, that unconscious competence can regress. Have you ever had that happen? The reason is because in that unconscious competence, you've gotten lazy. So by asking a better question gets you stretching yourself at the next level. So hey, in about a couple of weeks, I'm going to start doing a course called Self-Image Mastery. And I'd love to have you join me. It's extremely powerful to really look at the brain. See, years ago, I took a class from a guy named Paul Martinelli, who was my mentor, on the topic of self-image mastery, based on the book by Matthew Maltz called Psycho-Cybernetics. And in this class, we're going to deep dive into that with you, and we're going to look at what our thinking's about and how to get different results. We said this on the last video, but you cannot exceed your own level of self-belief. If you're at results right now that work, good for you. How do we get better? How do we break it? How do we get out of that comfort zone? But if you're in an area where you are not where you want to be, you and I have to look together at what's stopping you. What's that sabotage that's taking place? And that's what's going to be so great about this class. We look forward to having you join us. Hit me up on Messenger or respond to this email in some capacity or this video in some capacity, and I will get back to you and we'll talk about that class. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.